This is a question I've thought to myself a lot, and so when Didraj on my channel asked me this, I knew I had to do a video about it. I want to answer this question part by part as you've put it to me, Didraj. You asked how come most of the millionaires and celebrities in India are all non-Christians? Well, first of all, obviously, Christianity in India is just about 2.3% according to Google as of now, which is pretty minuscule. Also considering successful people in India are also a small percentage of the population of India. So when you put these two circles together, it's not shocking that the two don't really meet. The next thing you asked is, does success depend on something else than being faithful? God's idea of success is completely the opposite of the world's. It says in the Psalms that God laughs at the wicked person who prospers because God can see his day coming when everything that he's worked so hard for, all the money, all the treasure, is not going to last forever. There's this saying that if you're an honest person, you won't get far in business. You can look at my God and Business playlist where I've talked about how to have God as your business partner. You've probably already seen it. And then you asked, why is it that some random person who doesn't know about God makes it very big in life just because of talent and luck? And we are taught that we could never make it unless God is with us. Definitely, I don't think that if God is with you, that he may give you the success that you're dreaming of. God's will for you or for me may not be to become the most famous person in the world or to have the most money in the world. One of the top wills is to just love, which does not sound very cool. You're asking, can't we depend on talent and luck to make it big and not just on God and what he guides us in? Yes, you can. But the thing is, making it big to a Christian is being able to live selflessly, full of love, wisdom, guide others, teach the gospel, spread it as much as possible, being able to not waste opportunities for God. These are the kind of things that are big for a Christian. Whereas for a Christian to make it big, I think the few Christians who are very successful today, there are many, not in India, but outside India, who are successful. I don't think they make it big by trying to make it big. If you read their stories, I have this book right here by Robert Schuller. It was a New York Times bestseller for a long time. I suggest you read his stuff. He had big dreams. He made a crystal cathedral. He used his wisdom, his faith in a way that brought him success also, without being spoilt by the fame of success. And then you asked, how come some of them succeed even without knowing God, and those who know God seldom make it big in life? It says in the Bible that Lucifer, who didn't want to do anything with God, didn't want to go about God's ways, he is a prince of the world. Anything that is of the world does succeed. Jesus told his people that the world hates you because you follow me, and the world did not accept me. In general, the world did not accept Jesus. Even today, the world is trying to push Jesus out of everything. Out of Christmas, out of textbooks, out of everything. So if the world hates Jesus, then the world would not really encourage Christians to make it big. Everything they do is so different and for such different purposes, and they would use what they gain for different purposes. Success for the non-Christian is different from success for the Christian. God's ways are confusing and they look sometimes foolish to us, but God uses foolishness in our eyes. He uses it as his wisdom. I found in my life that it's much easier for me if I don't have everything that I want to be in that situation and depend on God than if I have everything I want and to depend on God. Personally, I ask God, please don't give me too much that I turn away from you. Just give me enough to get by day, and that's what's happening, and I'm grateful for that. In that place of less and where I'm only depending God is when I really know how much I have in God, and it's much more than anything the world can give me. Also think of this, God is not a billionaire or even a zillionaire. He does not have a single paisa. And if God doesn't have money, why would it be his goal to give his children money? When he says things to us like, I have plans to prosper you and give you a hope and a future, he's most likely not talking about money, because God is the maker of money, who doesn't own money. And that makes us Christians much more richer than you realize. So I hope this changed your perspective on things. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Leave a comment on your thoughts below. I'm Vihan Damaris on Serious Sundays, signing off.